live? Okay.
But if you escort him out one time.
Good morning, everyone.
Run quicker.
Welcome to Commissioners Court. This is Lavaca County Commissioners Court. Today is March 10th, 2025, 10 a.m., and this is your regular edition of Lavaca County Commissioners Court. Thank you for joining us here in the courtroom, or joining us live, or joining us at some other time that you're watching this broadcast. We will start with the confirmation of roll call. Precinct 1. Here. Precinct 2. Here. Precinct 3.
Yes.
And Precinct 4.
Present.
And the judge is here, so let the record reflect that all 5 of us are here, present and accounted for. And with that, we will start with our invocation. I'm going to ask Precinct 2, Mr. Wayne Faircloth, to lead us in the invocation.
Okay, let's pray. Our Father and our God, we're grateful for each and every day that you give us. And we understand that along with privilege comes responsibility. I just pray, God, for your wisdom as we deliberate the county's business. God, give us grace and favor as we move forward and as we work for the people. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for the health that we enjoy and the freedoms that we have. We don't take that for granted, God, and we don't just take you for granted either. We're blessed, and you've blessed us, so thank you for that. And we pray these things in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Now our pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
How was your weekend?
Thank you, Commissioner Faircloth, for that prayer.
Yes.
Do we have any announcements? I think we've got one announcement. Mr. Paul Yamrick, you want to come forward? If you would state your name for the court.
Paul Yamrick, and I appreciate this opportunity, Judge, Commissioners. Just another reminder about next Monday, our Lavaca County Day at the Capitol. So please let me know if you're going to come so I can get a head count. I've gotten some people giving me verbals, and raise your hands or let me know.
Do you want people to call you?
Call me, text me,
Okay. Your telephone?
tell me verbally anything, just so I get a feedback. Right now, I don't have any commissioners or you, Judge.
Okay, I plan on going.
Yes,
I just
sir.
haven't told you that officially, so.
Thank you.
And I know, I think newspaper editor Bobby Hurechka is going to ride with one of us, so he has to tag along, so we'll bring the newspaper editor with us.
Everybody's obligated to get there on their own. We're not
Okay.
doing a bus or anything.
Okay.
Meet on the rotunda, 9 o'clock, under the dome. A block east of the Capitol is a parking lot. The Capitol visitors parking lot. It's a good place to park. Anything else, let me know, and appreciate this opportunity. Just a reminder of everybody. By the way, there's a House Resolution 419, which is Lavaca County Day at the Capitol. It's a write-up that a few people helped me put together, and it's a resolution for our Lavaca County Day at the Capitol. So, thank you.
All right, thank you,
Any
Paul.
questions?
We appreciate it. We look forward to
Thanks for
going.
the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the lead. You say something on that?
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm happy this morning to have with me for security my grandson, Mason Cox. He is from Montgomery County, the thriving metropolis of Montgomery County. And I'm just happy to have him here. Mason, stand up and say hello. Anyway, he's a fine young man. He's an excellent student. He has character, and he's committed to his education and doing the right thing. And so I'm very proud of him, and I'm just grateful that he's here with me this morning. So thank you.
Thank you, Mason, for joining. All right, anything else? Going once, going twice? The only thing I have is we had a busy week last week. Naylene was on vacation. I was in Austin Thursday and Friday. Glad to have you back, Naylene, for certain. And but I was able to attend the LCRA judges. They call it the judges retreat. The judges of the LCR region getting us together just for some informal discussions with the executive director of LCRA. Some great discussions. The biggest issue that I came away with is we're in a drought, and I didn't really know it. But South Texas, if you look at the map, the drought map, we're not gonna discuss burn ban or drought, but we are still in a drought. This is the worst time they say to be in a drought. You want to be in a drought in August, not in March. So this is not looking good for us, but we just need to be aware of that. Some great takeaways, growth. My goodness. We're at 31.5 million people in Texas right now. That's, when we were in high school, I think it was 15 million, something like that, 12 million, 15 million. Now it's 31.5. They're expecting it to go to 45 million. And so that's more power plants, that's more water usage, that's a lot of stuff, and it's happening right here between Houston and San Antonio. Got to sit with the Hays County and Travis County judge and talk with them, discuss what their needs are. They're under some pressure to handle the development. Caldwell County, y'all know Hoppy. There are 60,000 people, they're going to 90,000 people. I mean, like literally overnight. And so that's going to affect Caldwell, Lockhart in particular. So we're in between that growth. And so you'll see some of that in this language in our agenda items. So we'll, as we cover it, how it's affecting our county. It's going to affect us. So that's just the way it works. But anyway, it was great discussion. Roadways, we discussed roadways. I mean, because what that growth is all about roadways. And it was the Guadalupe County judge and Hays County judge talking about, what's the highway that goes between to Seguin to New Braunfels? 46?
46, Highway
46. They had talked about making that a freeway at some point for $225 million.
It needs to already.
He said they waited too late. Now it's $1.4 billion to do that project. And it's like, where's the money going to come from? So if you drive to Austin, drive the area, you can see the congestion that the TxDOT did not. It's not their fault. I mean, we don't build roads and then wait for the people to come. The people come and then you build roads to accommodate the traffic. It just doesn't work that way. So Texas is under a great deal of pressure from our roadways, from our water consumption, and electrical consumption as well. So one of the things they were talking about with nuclear power plants, it's not cost effective to build a nuclear power plant. It just costs too much money and too much money to operate. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway, some great takeaways from the LCRA. If anyone wants to know more information about that meeting, contact me. I'd be glad to share. But great discussion. Any other announcements? If not, let's move into item number 2, discuss and approve certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Tracy Rose. I believe we did not get our documentation to the judge's office at this time. Is that correct? Right. So I'm going to ask you to table that item. Do I hear a motion to table?
So move. I'll second that.
Motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 3 to table the certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Tracy Rose. Any other discussion or comments? What precinct is that out of? Do we know?
I don't even know. Do you know
Are y'all
what
aware?
precinct that's supposed to be?
Okay, so we're not even sure what precinct that's out of, so good for tabling. So,
It was a very vague asking for exemption.
gotcha. Okay. All those in favor of tabling that item, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion's tabled. Tracy Rose, if you're listening, you need to get your documentation to the judge's office, and we'll entertain it at the next meeting. Number 3, audit/review of Lavaca County Jail Commissary for October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024, as per LGC 351.0415 code. That's found on page 1 through 6. That's brought to you by our auditor's office. Do you have anything you want to add, Madam Auditor?
Nothing. In the opinion of the auditor's office, the jail commissary was in compliance with chapter 351.0415
Okay.
for the audit period, which ended September 30th of '24.
All right.
One more comment, they need to go out for bids for the commissary.
You hearing that, Sheriff, in the background? Yep, he's here.
He's aware.
Yeah, he's aware. Okay. All right. Do I hear a motion to accept the
Your
report?
Honor, I move that we accept the audit review of Lavaca County Jail Commissary for October 1, 23 through September 30th, 2024, as per LGC 351.0415.
I second that.
Okay. Motion made by precinct 1, seconded by precinct 2 to approve the review, the audit and review of the Lavaca County Jail Commissary for October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 4, discuss and approve the renewal of the Affordable Care Act reporting and tracking service through the Texas Association of Counties Health and Employees Benefits Pool for calendar year 2025. That's found on page 7 through 10 of your packets. And that's also brought to you by your auditor.
This is just the renewal through TAC for them to take care of our reporting and tracking of the Affordable Care Act information that you get every year at the end of the year. You follow the tax return. It's no cost to the county other than we pay them to mail them for us.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second that.
Motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 3 to approve the renewal of Affordable Care Act reporting and tracking service through the Texas Association of Counties Health and Employee Benefits Pool for calendar year 2025. Any other questions or comments?
Just one.
One comment? Go
Your
ahead.
Honor, if I could.
Yes, sir.
Did I understand you, Shana, to say that this is mailed to the employee groups?
Yes.
So it's not a countywide circulation, it's targeted at just,
TAC mails them out. It's your 1095C forms that you get at the beginning of the year, and typically you will just turn that in with your income tax.
Right.
yeah.
This is a federal requirement, Affordable Care Act,
They want to know who your insurance carrier is.
pretty much.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 5, discussion and approve TxDOT sidewalk project for, at the Lavaca County Annex. That's found on page 11 through 14, and I'm not sure if we got the new grid in. Should be 2 entrances, one to the north, one in the middle. Yes. Nayland got it in there. So I think after hearing all the discussion, again, we've got several projects going on at the annex. This project is standalone. This is TxDOT putting the sidewalk in front of the annex, proposing now, I think we're in agreement with, taking away the south entrance and then adding they'll revamp the main entrance on the center at 32 feet, and then there'll be a north entrance by the floor shop at 32 feet entrance. So there'll be 2 entrances to the annex regardless of what we do going forward. If we purchase other property, it won't have to jeopardize this. We'll still have 2 entrances to the front.
It's just 32.
So,
Judge, what,
yes, sir?
It's 28. the back.
did you say they're gonna make it 32 feet?
Whatever's on that document, I'm sorry, I said
Well, it's
32.
not correct then. My paper says 28, I think. It's a small item.
Yeah.
I stand corrected, 28 feet. And that's the back end where,
Yeah, that's the back.
that's where it narrows down. I think there's a front.
Oh,
It looks like it's tapered
Yeah,
wide.
I see that.
you see the front,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I saw the 32 feet is the 32 feet of depth. I'm sorry. That's where I grabbed the 32 from.
32 feet in depth. Well, the front is wider than the back though, so,
it's gonna be tapered down from the front to
Yes.
the back.
okay.
But I think it's adequate for 2. Again, we're going to have some more discussion down on item number 16, where we're trying to acquire some property to the south of us.
Yes.
And possibly putting another entrance in. But this would be, regardless of that project, whether that comes to fruition or not, I think this is what's being utilized now. If I'm coming or going from the annex, I'm using these 2 entrances, not that south entrance. I did try the other day to exit off that south just to see what it's like, and you got to gun it. You're taking a chance. So,
There you are.
so, anyway, but TxDOT is waiting for approval. That we're delaying them right now, so if we're ready to approve this one, I think this will work, and we can go from there. So I want to hear from Debbie and Barbara. Do you have any concerns at this point?
No, I'm good with the 2 entrances.
Okay,
So am I.
all right. I think everyone's kind of unanimous. I mean, I was neutral, but I understand the advantage. Any other?
No, I'm good.
Nope, I'm good.
All right, do I hear a motion?
I so move. I move that we approve the TxDOT sidewalk project at the Lavaca County Annex.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by precinct 1. I hear it. Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to approve the TxDOT sidewalk project at the Lavaca County Annex and include this latest 2 entrance exhibit is Exhibit A in that contract. So, any other questions or comments? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The motion passes. TxDOT should be pleased with us. We made a decision. This has been ongoing since November, I think. All right, I'm gonna make sure this exhibit gets attached in that paperwork we have. You may not have the right paperwork. We may have to sign that. The paperwork they sent me had Victoria County written in where it says Lavaca, and I can scratch through it and it can work, but. Does it? You may have the correct.
No, it's noted on there where he signed it, not on that survey, Barbara, it'll be on a couple of pages back.
Yeah. It's just basically a notice to proceed. It does? Okay, you may have the right one. We'll look at that, but if you'll flag that for me when we go to sign, I want to make sure I'm signed. Okay, that'll work then. All right. Okay, moving along, we are now on item number 6, discuss and approve MOU with Gulf Bend Center to reimburse Lavaca County for transportation costs and for Lavaca County to distribute the proceeds to appropriate agencies of the Lavaca County Law Enforcement Committee. We finally have a document we can approve, and all law enforcement agencies have inspected that document and are okay with it. It's not a big deal. There's basically $5,000 allotted to Lavaca County that we can ask for reimbursement when we transport a mental patient to Gulf Bend in the middle of the night, if we do, or whatever hospital we're transporting to. So it's just a way for Hallsville PD, Yoakum, Moulton, whoever has to transport, a way to get some reimbursement for that transport. So do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve?
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion made by Precinct 4, second by Precinct 3 to approve the MOU with Gulf Bend Center to reimburse Lavaca County for transportation costs and for Lavaca County to distribute proceeds to appropriate agencies of the Lavaca County Law Enforcement Committee. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. On behalf of the Lavaca County Law Enforcement Committee, thank you very much. Again, they're making a lot of strides. I know the sheriff is making a lot of strides as well as trying to find us a mental resource officer that can be in the county to help with those distress calls. Number 7, discuss and approve resolution authorizing the award of professional service provider contracts for the 2025-2026 Texas Community Development Grant Fund Program. That's found on page 20 of your packet.
Yes, is that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. After receiving request for proposal, request for qualifications, what we did was to individually, we didn't have a quorum. We got on our own. Each of us individually looked at the various proposals, and what we've decided to do, this is a single source project, and so it's coming from this grant, and so this is an approval just for that grant only. And so based off recommendations and evaluations from the rating sheets, we want to choose Southwest Engineering Services.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. I mean, they all 4 of them are very well qualified, but this, I think they're close, you know. I'd say urban engineering out of the 4 would have brought in a very close second.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
I think the way everything turned out, I think we ought to go, my suggestion is to go with Southwest Engineering this time.
Okay. Did you make the motion?
I'm making a motion that we approve Southwest Engineering.
Okay. And are you seconding
I
something?
will second that.
All right. All right, and just for clarity, we went out for bids, we had 4 qualified bids come in, and we evaluated those bids, or evaluated the qualifications for services, and so, but we still need to get with Southwest Engineering too, and make sure that
Make sure that, yes.
their fees are in line with us as well, but right now, we're awarding that to, well, the motion made by Precinct 1, second by Precinct 2, to award for, I'm sorry.
2 and 3, I'm sorry.
2 and 3, yeah.
Motion made by Precinct 2, second by Precinct 3, to approve a resolution authorizing the award for professional service provider contracts for the 2025-2026 Texas Community Development Grant Fund Program for engineering services to Southwest Engineering Services. Did you want to add anything, Tim? Mr. Tim Weatherby's here of Grant Works.
I want to thank y'all. I just want to make sure that we can get permission to go ahead and start talking to them immediately because of the timeline.
Yes.
as soon as y'all go ahead and approve them.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's no problem with that?
I don't have a problem.
Not at all.
Okay, that was the purpose of today's event, so,
Yeah,
good.
Good.
All right, so, anyway, motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 3. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Tim. Appreciate you helping us steer this along. All right, number 8, discuss and approve resolution authorizing the filing of a grant application for State of Texas Public Safety Office Operation Lone Star Project number 4382203, authorizing the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office staff to act on behalf of Lavaca County. That's found on page 21. Sheriff, do you have anything you want to add?
I do.
Okay,
Morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Judge.
good morning.
County. I'm actually bringing up Captain Josh Lavaca, Captain of Operations over in Lavaca County. Lavaca County Sheriff's Office. What I was hoping to do was condense both 8 and 10 together now. Is that possible?
We can skip if you want to,
Yeah.
but
'cause I'd like
we
to
can't combine them necessarily.
Not combine them,
Yeah.
but can we discuss both topics
Sure.
now? So, as you all know, there's a new vision at the Sheriff's Office, and that vision, in short, requires money. And Operation Lone Star was created years ago by the Governor's Office to help fund rural sheriff's offices to support those sort of visions that will combat the illicit actions of transnational criminal organizations. We're pushing forward with that very thing. We have 2 issues at hand in 8 and 10. 8 is to discuss monies going forward for this fiscal year coming up, whereas 10 is monies that were left over from the previous administration, Operation Lone Star monies from the previous administration. So I would highly encourage the court to accept off and allow us as Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to act on behalf of Lavaca County in applying for Operation Lone Star funds. I think, and that's why I brought Captain Vasavic up here, is we have asked for, drafted up roughly about $500,000 worth of expenses that will be procured through Operation Lone Star funds. That's going forward. Now, with respect to item 10, that's using existing funds that we inherited come January 1. And if you'd want, we can discuss that as well now, or you want me to wait until we get done with 8?
I mean, we've got to stay consistent by
Okay.
just approving number 8, and then we can move on. But we can skip around and do 10 before 9. I don't have a concern with that.
Yes, sir.
So any other questions or comments on 8? Do I hear a motion?
So moved. I'll make a motion that we approve
Resolution?
the resolution filing of a grant for the Texas Department of Public Safety Operation Lone Star Project number 4382203, authorizing the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office staff to act on behalf of Lavaca County.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to approve the resolution authorizing the filing of a grant application for State of Texas Public Safety Office Operation Lone Star Project number 4382203, authorizing the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office staff to act on behalf of Lavaca County. Any other questions or comments about that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
We'll gladly walk back, Judge, and walk back up.
No, just stay where you're at.
Rather do that.
Let's just go through number, let's stay in order, so we don't have to do some moving around. This won't require any action here. Number 9, discuss and approve transferring a Dodge 4500 flatbed pickup from Lavaca County EMS to Lavaca County Precinct 2. Do I hear a motion?
I so move.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to approve the transferring of a Dodge 4500 flatbed pickup from the Lavaca County EMS to Lavaca County Precinct 2. Any other questions or comments? Wayne, that you're going to, do you have any comments?
Should I make a comment?
No,
Yeah, yeah, let me just say, yeah.
It's a surplus property that was.
Yeah, it's surplus, but it's just great for, for the county, it's great for the people, when we can take something and repurpose it and use it rather than, than sell it for a fraction of its value on through some website. I just appreciate, Tim, you and Mark for what you do and for allowing us to do this. it helps us, it's a great benefit to us, it repurposes, and I think, benefits the taxpayers. We're able to do this without having to expend a lot of funds, and so I'm just grateful for your cooperation in that. Thank you for that and for your leadership.
All right, any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. All right, now back to the Sheriff's Office, number 10. Discuss and approve quote number Q-09094 between Viking Detection and Lavaca County Sheriff's Office. And this project will be paid with Operation Lone Star grant funding. That's found on page 22 through 31.
So again, that's existing funding that's hung around for the last couple years that needs to be expended quickly. We've been working with Ms. Opela's office, and there is an issue with the amount because it's over the $50,000 mark, but I would like for Captain Lasabic to speak towards that and why it is we need to go with this sole source vendor, and sort of a little about the, it's fine, the technology involved in what this device does.
Is there anything of a security nature?
No,
Okay.
no,
I would just ask how
I
the,
want everybody to know what we're doing, and the efforts we're taking to keep Lavaca County and Lavacans safe and secure, so that those that wish to do us harm go elsewhere, frankly.
All right.
Captain?
I just have one quick comment. When you approve this, if you approve it, then please include that this is a sole source vendor.
sole source vendor. That was part of the, I do remember that in the email, yes.
Yeah, so this piece of equipment is a handheld backscatter machine, backscatter X-ray. It's the same type of technology that's used by the Border Patrol at points of entry and also the interior checkpoints like in Falfurrias. It allows officers to take the device, hold it up to parts of a vehicle, least intrusive, manner possible, scan panels, and then use that backscatter technology. It'll show images if there's any organic materials such as narcotics concealed within vehicles. This particular model is a sole source technology due to the fact that it is the only one available that can also tell us when a high density of lead is present. That's important to us because most transnational criminal organizations that are responsible for the smuggling of narcotics, especially through the South Texas region, use hidden compartments. Those hidden compartments can be very sophisticated, hard to locate. Tearing apart vehicles causes damage. There's not always something in compartments, or you can't find a compartment. So having this type of technology for our deputies would allow them to safely search vehicles while also protecting other person's private property. In addition to this quote includes an extra attachment that you would attach to the handheld backscatter machine, which allows it to switch to a transmission type imaging, which is more of your traditional type X-ray scanning. It's going to help you pick up metallics such as weapons, things of that nature that are also hidden within vehicles. Those two things are very specific to this exact company and type of equipment, which is why they're sole source.
Is there any training or certifications to go with this?
Sure, and within the quote is also training that's provided by the manufacturer. Obviously, we have a $50,000 piece of equipment. We want to make sure our deputies know how to safely operate it and then also take care of it.
Great idea.
And can this device be transported to scene, or is this how this?
Yes, so it's a compact portable X-ray machine, literally about the size of my hands right here, the handles, and you're scanning. This is going to be included within a kit, so to speak, kind of like a Pelican case, where all the different attachments, the battery, everything is contained, safely stored, and can be deployed anywhere, roadside, house searches, things like that.
Okay. And also something that you're willing to share with the Lavaca County Law Enforcement Committee?
Absolutely.
Good.
I had questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, you can still do questions?
Yes, sure. I'm just curious, this is digital, right?
Yes, sir.
It's like digitally based. So you can transmit that to another site? To
Sure,
another
so-
place, to another person?
The actual images
Yeah.
we're talking about. So on the device itself, it has a display screen that's going to show you real time what you're scanning. Those images can be saved, can be categorized for future use, especially far as case management prep and prosecution. Those images will be available to the prosecutor's office and to the deputy later on while he's writing his reports.
I apologize, I should have handed those to you at the beginning of this presentation.
No, no, it's okay. No, I'm just
I think I saw the email, so.
curious. I have a curious mind.
He wants one now.
So the ones that the captain spoke of at your ports of entry, Border Patrol ports of entry, you literally drive your vehicle through, tractor trailers are driven through, and it's picking up the anomalies, and you've got an operator that's sitting at the monitors itself. This is a handheld version of that. I mean, those are multi-million-dollar operations going on down there. This is a handheld version. They've had a tremendous amount of success. We're deployed, and again, we have money we need to spend, and working with the auditor's office, we think this is an extremely invaluable purchase. for the citizens of Buchanan.
Absolutely.
I agree. That said, do I hear a motion?
I so move.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to approve the quote number Q-09094 between Viking Detection and Lavaca County Sheriff's Office. Project will be paid with Operation Lone Star grant funding, and this is a sole source vendor for the equipment that we're asking to purchase. And that purchase price is a total of $55,000. That's with everything, warranty, and training. So do you have any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Thank you very much for the presentation. We appreciate what you're doing over there. Y'all are making a lot of good changes over there at the Sheriff's Office, and the community is definitely following y'all and is liking what they see, so thank y'all. All right, we are now at number 11, Attorney's Office. Number 11, discuss and approve resolution authorizing the Lavaca County Attorney's Office to apply for victim coordinator and victim coordinator and liaison grant, VCLG, with the Office of Attorney General. And here to present his case to us is Mr. Forrest Grishel.
Hey, good morning, Judge, Commissioners, panel, citizens. What we're asking today specifically is for a resolution to make this application. Similarly, with item number 8, this is a grant application to the Office of the Attorney General's office for funds directly available for prosecutorial offices like County Attorney's Office. The intention is apply. If we get the money, it's $49,500. Those monies will then be available in support of victims' assistance rights. Not just their rights, but counseling, coordination with some of the other child advocacy centers like Norma's House, just a variety of different uses in support of victims of sexual assault. That application requires this resolution. I think you all have a copy of that.
On page 32.
We're asking for that authorization to submit the application, which is due on March 14th.
Okay.
Any questions?
I have no questions. I like what you guys are doing as well. I mean, and if you don't know, Forrest Grishel is our assistant county attorney? Assistant county attorney serving under James Reeves. Do you hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Motion by precinct 3.
Second.
Second by precinct 1. Motion by precinct 3, second by precinct 1 to approve the resolution authorizing the Lavaca County Attorney's Office to apply for victim coordinator and liaison grant with the Office of Attorney General. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And just for the record of this agenda, Naleen was out. I composed some of this agenda myself, so it's kind of,
We can tell a little bit.
if there's any misspellings whatsoever, I'm not even sure I had anyone proof it, but I'll take full blame for the layout of it. Okay, where are we? That threw me off.
Number 12.
Number 12. Discuss and approve resolution supporting the creation of a district court with Colorado and Lavaca County jurisdiction. I do not have the actual attachment to present today, but I want to brief the court of what's happening. You heard me talk about the growth. We're smack dab in the middle of that growth. Judge Dib, what is Dib's last name? Waldrop? Judge Dib Waldrop. He is our administrative judge over 27 counties. He's appointed by the governor of Texas to serve those 27 counties. He's made contact with me and Judge Krause in Colorado County for possibly creating our own district. They go on case minutes. He said one district judge can spend about 75,000 minutes per month on the bench. That's what they look as an adequate time. So with this growth that they're experiencing in the region, and he's 27 counties in the heart of, back up through Guadalupe, Hayes, I think they go all the way up to Dallas, Fort Worth area. It's a very carved out, strange district, lots of growth in it. So what he's saying is Lavaca and Colorado are growing. We are growing by caseloads. So right now, one judge would be at 69,000 minutes by themselves in those two counties. So he said it makes sense for us to break off. We're the furthest south and east of his jurisdiction, to go ahead and break us off now. The earliest this would happen is they would appoint a judge to serve the area, I think January of 2027, they would appoint, and then the next election cycle, that would be on the ballot locally between Colorado and Lavaca to have a permanent judge set in. The resolution, and I've talked to Judge Old, I've talked to Judge Crawford about this. They are in support of this as well. It makes sense. Judge Waldrop would like the two courts, Colorado County and Lavaca County, to pass a resolution that we supported. This would have to go between the resolution would be of support from our two county courts, then that would go to the legislature to create this district. All the data supports it. The population growth supports this. The caseload support it. It's not saying Judge Old would go away. Judge Old's volunteered to stay back on. That, again, we can create our own district with our own judge between two counties, and then he can also still oversee some cases as well. He likes his four-county rotation. So he would be willing to stay on for some duration to make sure there's a continuity of flow of cases. Roy, I don't know if you want to speak to any of this, or you have any?
What you said is my understanding, it's in
Right.
the works and something that sounds like, it's coming in the future.
Yeah. The downside to this is twofold. If we have our own district between the two counties, we will split the administrative cost of having that judge's office for two counties between, but it's office space and admin is the issue. Right now, we're splitting two admins, I guess, two administrative staff across four counties. So it's really, we're splitting two between four. Now we'll just do one between two. It's not really a whole lot of difference.
Have they ever discussed just keeping it the way it is, and can they add an extra judge?
If they do that, now you got three judges rolling through here cases. It's a lot of it's a lot. So they'd rather see, and it's a lot of it has to do with you've got two judges now and trial dates. So you've got two judges trying to have. There's only 52 weeks. One trial's going to be scheduled for 1 week, and it's just there's not enough trial dates amongst the four counties. So, and then sometimes you schedule a trial and it gets canceled because they settled before they got to, or they pled out before they got to court. So downside is possibly it would be a little bit increase in cost for the two counties to absorb, but I don't think it's, I mean, you're talking $20,000 maybe difference to do this, go this route annually. The district judge themselves is paid for by the state, so those judge salaries do not come out of our pay. The other downside, there was something, what was it? I don't remember what the downside was. Lost my train of thought. But I'm not asking I'll pass a resolution today because I don't have the final one established. We've had a draft going back and forth, but I do want to, we could just pass it unanimously. We support this or no, we don't. Moving that direction so they know, I'd like to know where y'all stand, if there's any objection to it, but we were going to actual draft a resolution. The two counties want to kind of stay together on the same resolution that we passed by the two courts, and then get that to Judge Waldrop's hands. Do you have any questions or comments? Go ahead.
Just a couple.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. And Commissioners Court, yes, it appears to me that it would be a benefit to us to have some expediency here in getting cases to trial and getting them disposed of rather than carrying them on your docket forever and ever and ever. And so I know sometimes we are reticent to endorse something that we've just seen, but this makes sense to me. I mean, it's just common sense that if you had two counties and one judge rather than two judges in 5 counties, it would make sense that we would have a more efficient system. So if it cost us $20,000 or whatever that is, to me, that's money well spent because we are improving our workflow. And so I'm in support of that.
Okay. I just triggered my thought of the other, a little increase in money is one of the negatives, but the other negative is it takes an attorney, a licensed qualified attorney that's qualified to be district judge, out of our circulation of attorneys, which were, both counties, and I can speak for Colorado on this, both counties, Colorado and Lavaca, we're called attorney poor. We just don't have, we've got a lot of aging attorneys that have either passed away, closed their practice, don't have a lot of youthful attorneys coming back in. To qualify for judge, I think you've got to be an attorney for 5 or 6 years. I'm not sure the exact qualifications for district judge, but just a qualified attorney doesn't mean that the public is going to think they're qualified, and that's another issue. So qualified, you've got to hear a lot of criminal cases, and so you've got a lot of marital, divorce law, child protective service issues. So you're looking for an attorney in Lavaca and DeWitt that fits that criteria. Those are hard to find. So I've talked to James Reeves about it, and I've talked to Judge Prowsey about it, and it's basically our 2 DAs right now for the 2 counties are probably the most qualified attorneys that would be set up for that position. So it would take one of them down. Now, that gives us time to plan. So we have an assistant attorney right now. I think Colorado County has 2 assistant attorneys, but they're maybe aging and they're looking to retire, not to get more involved. So there is some issues that we'd have to address as the 2 counties. And the 2 counties are working very closely together. Me and Judge Prowsey, I mean, we have monthly visits. We're always talking about something. So anyway, any other questions, comments? I think what I'd like to do is just pass, or do we approve proceeding with the resolution? I'd like to know that. Do you have any objections?
I think we're to pass on it till we get
Pass on
something
it?
we can read.
Okay, all right.
I'll
Fine
make
with
that,
that.
I'll turn it into a motion,
Okay,
to table it.
all right. Anybody else? Motion to table number 12?
Second, but again, basically, you'll still go forward with the information and bring back the resolution.
Correct.
Right.
A lot of it has to do with working out some details of logistics with timing of who's going to serve this county while we're doing a transition. Go ahead.
Judge, with this, and I really don't want to table Kenny because we push it off. To me, this is just more of just an opening the door to explore this. We're not agreeing to, we're not signing anything or saying we're going to do that. Like you say,
Right.
there's no agreement. This, to me, this is just more of an exploratory move to say, we're interested in taking a look at this.
Correct.
I mean, that's,
Well, I would like to go back to, I mean, again, this is going quicker than possible because we're in a state session right now, legislative session, so we need their approval and we need to act. So
there you go.
they realize that I put this on the agenda, I do not have the resolutions because we were still talking about them behind the scenes. But I would like to go back and ask them, or do you all support this? If there's some reason you say, hey, I don't support this for whatever reason,
I like to read, you know what I'm saying,
do you? Okay.
investigate it myself.
The issue is that there's 60 days in the legislature
Mhm.
to get that done, and that's just hearing time. That's not committee time, that's not filing time, that's not amendment time. It has to go 3 times to the floor. And so our window of opportunity to explore this is going to close.
Yes.
Anyway.
I got you. I do think that when Judge Waldrop, he sent the first resolution to me, he said resolution he actually called it an order. And I said, Judge, I don't think we've got the power to order this. And he said, so, but the weight of this court and the weight of Colorado County Court does have an opinion, and it will be looked upon favorably if we are unanimous in how we're going to proceed. So, I had a motion to table because we don't have a resolution signed anyway, so a motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 4 to table this until we have the exact resolution. Any other questions or comments? If not, motion to table, everyone in favor say aye. Motion, anyone opposed? Motion passes. So we've tabled that till we have the exact resolution to pass. I just wanted to introduce it to the court, introduce it to the commissioners, and also to the public as well. All right, that motion passes. Number 13, discuss and approve tower lease agreement between Lavaca County and Hallettsville Communications. That's found on page 33 and 34. I do not see Chief Furr here. Chief Decker, do you want to say anything on this? I don't know if y'all introduced this lease agreement to Hallettsville Communications. I put this on there just so we could, if we approve it, we can send it on to Hallettsville Communications.
Good morning, Judge.
ahead.
Good morning, Commissioner. So just as a reminder, we have talked about this before. With our recent update of our radio communication system, it was found that our tower is a little overloaded. We had to do some cleaning up, some wires, some equipment that was on there to put our new equipment on there. Of course, Halcom has had devices and equipment on that tower as well too. Due to the legality, the liability, and security, we found that we needed to rediscuss the terms of the agreement that was made. In speaking with Chief Furr, he wasn't able to make it here today. And speaking with Chief Furr, he still wants to go over some more specifics with Halcom and go over a few more things as far as the agreement goes. He is humbly asking to table this until he can revisit it with Halcom and the commissioners, just to be sure we have this on a good term for them and us as well. So.
Gotcha. All right, so this is found on page 33, 34, two-page lease agreement. And this is a similar lease agreement to something that we signed on the Molten Tower, correct? So
Yes,
that's where
sir.
we borrowed the language from that.
So much of it is just the requirements, agreements, discussions on paper that says this is, how you operate on the tower. We own the Hallettsville Tower, so that makes us the owner, I guess, if you will, and we were going to set the terms with them. Now, some of that has still been in talks with Halcom. They are our neighbors. They are local for us. We want to help them out, but at the same time, we're at pretty much max capacity with them on our tower as well, too. So that comes with a cost to us of being able to put up more equipment in the future, things of that term. So that's some of the discussions that we want to have to make sure if we do have to have future growth, we give them plenty of time, but they may have to come off of our tower to basically let our growth happen as well, too. So those are some of the specifics that we want to go over. They understand, they get it, they are wanting to help out as well, too. It's just finalizing those discussions on paper.
Okay. So right now, you're asking us to table this, correct?
We're looking to table this until we can get a better discussion with them.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to table?
Your Honor, I move that we table item 13.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 2, to table the approving the tower lease agreement between Lavaca County and Hallettsville Communications. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes to table.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Tim. All right, number 14, update and approve Lavaca County fraud prevention and detection policy. That's found on page 35 through 44. Pretty standard. I read through it. Madam Auditor, do you have anything you want to add?
It's pretty self-explanatory, just needs to be re-reviewed and have the current court's signatures
Okay.
added. And we will have each employee re-sign again.
Resign again?
Okay.
And some employees have been employed for a long time, and it's a little refresher for them to re-sign it and turn it back into our office.
Okay.
Item number 14, I make a motion to approve the Lavaca County Fraud Prevention and Detection Policy.
Second.
All right, motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 4, to approve Lavaca County fraud prevention and detection policy. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 15, update and approve Lavaca County asset capitalization policy. That's also brought to you by the auditor's office, found on page 45 through 48.
Similar in nature, this needs to be re-reviewed by the court and approved. It's our asset capitalization policy, which basically, an asset that is worth $5,000 or more will get added to our books for financial reasons and will be depreciated over its useful life. Computers, things like that typically do not
Your Honor, I recommend that we approve item 15 regarding the Lavaca County asset capitalization policy.
Second.
All right, motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve the Lavaca County asset capitalization policy. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The motion passes. All right. And again, I prepared this agenda and it got stuck the way it is. Number 16 is discuss, change, or approve the proposal for property, real estate purchase of 400 North Texana, including but not limited to expanding the annex parking lot, adding a driveway entrance access to Dodge Street, and adding a drive-through window for tax office. What I would like to do, I know that behind the scenes, we've asked individuals to look at this project. Y'all kind of know it, but I think we need to talk about it in executive session, as far as what's the purpose of this and what's been presented to us as a proposal. We can counter that proposal, we can discuss the proposal, and I think we need to discuss that in private. So I would ask that we pass on 16 till we get to a closed session, and then we can come back out. So let's just, I don't know if we have to table it or not, but I think we just.
I think we should, yeah. Let's table it. We can-
Table it to after
we can-
closed
We
session.
can bring it back off the
Okay,
table.
all right. So motion to table number 16 till we meet in closed session.
I so move that we table item 16.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to table item number 16 until we have a closed session at the end of this meeting today, and we'll come back out and discuss how to proceed. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. We will table that to after that. Item number 17, discuss and approve any updates to Lavaca County paving agreement. I threw this on here too because I know y'all had some things that were happening.
The only newest thing that's happened, the old distributor truck is in Houston at the company, and we should take delivery within the next couple of weeks of it, and then we'll set up our training as we get our group together. They'll wait on us to let us know when we're gonna train on it.
Okay. And when y'all train, you'll have a road set up ready to pave. That's kind of.
We'll at least repave the road or
Repave,
something
okay,
like that.
all right. Something to bring up along these lines, again, tied back to LCRA, all the judges, and the LCRA Executive Director, Phil Wilson, he was a former Executive Director for TxDOT. So he left TxDOT, and the governor appointed him to head up LCRA. So he knows a lot about road construction, and he was very beneficial to sit around the room and talk to. He was talking about the lifespan of a new road. He said the lifespan of a new road is 30 years if you don't drive a truck or a tractor down the road. Yeah. So he said, you drive a tractor and the tractor,
I'm sure we're
tractors
talking
are,
about tractor trailer rig down there.
tractor trailer rig, but even, you know, we don't have it so much here. Some of these tractors are huge, you know, in the road cropping areas. I mean, you see them down in Speaks, Tammy does, down on 14. You got 400 horsepower tractors. I mean, that's huge. And they do road damage. But he said, if you drive trucks down a paved road, he said you cut that 30 years into 1 quarter, maybe 7 years. He said that's why you see a properly TxDOT built road, a TxDOT Barnum Mark Road that's resurfaced, whatever, 6 to 7 years, about. I mean, because trucks are driving on those roads. So.
Farm to market.
Farm to market, it's a burdensome deal. I understand y'all's pain. You're not alone. Y'all hear at these conferences, there's just not enough money in Texas, as rich as we are in Texas, the whole state, to pave every road and keep them paved with all the destruction that comes with it. I feel your pains. I do. Anything else on Lavaca County paving agreement?
That's it for now.
Okay. I've got number 18 is a closed session. We do need to go in closed session. Do we want to do consent first? Would that help y'all?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. So motion to table closed session till after consent?
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Second by 3. Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 3 to table the closed session till after consent. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right, that closed session has been tabled to after consent. Consent agenda, I think, before we make a motion to go into consent and approve, I think, well, first of all, do we have, number 26 needs to come out, correct?
Yes.
All right,
Well, actually, number 24 as well.
okay.
I think I have my whole report.
Again, we had a busy week.
We have busy, we did.
Yes, and,
24 will have to.
all right.
We'll put on that.
I need a motion to remove item number 24, monthly auditors report, and to remove tax assessor collectors report, number 26, out of consent. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to strike item number 24 and number 26 from the consent agenda.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 4, to remove item number 24 and item number 26 out of consent agenda. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Now, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as provided?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to move into consent agenda and approve the consent agenda items as provided. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We are in consent. Our microphones will go off until we're out of consent, and then we'll move into our executive session after that. My microphone on? Yeah, all right. All right, we are out of consent, and we do have some issues we tabled till we get out of consent. So we've got two items, number 16 and number 18. We need to have a closed session first. So do I have a motion to move into closed session?
I make that motion.
Second that motion.
All right. Motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 4 to move into closed session. And we will, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That session will be back in my office. We may ask some people come in there, so if we do, we'll come back out and get you to come back in a closed session. But we're in closed session at this point, just the 5 of us.
We go into extension? Do you remember the time? Do you remember
It
approximate
struck
time?
11 when we just walked in there, I thought.
Got it.
Wasn't it
All right.
striking
Yeah,
11
I
when
think you're right.
All right, we're back out of executive session. The time is now 11:34. Sign that. I will seal this. Sorry, I didn't fill out my paperwork.
What was that?
Okay. I'm gonna sign the envelope. There's your Barbara. Okay, so back to our agenda. The only thing we have left is item number 16. To discuss, change, or approve proposal for property real estate purchase at 400 North Texana, including but not limited to expanding the annex parking lot, adding a driveway entrance / access to Dodge Street, and adding a drive-through window for the tax office. That's what was on the agenda item. Do I hear a motion of what you guys want me to do?
Yes, I make a motion to approve a proposal for this real estate property at 400 North Texana.
Okay, do you want to,
And we would like to see you head that up. in that
okay, I mean, I don't think we're going, the proposal as it stands needs some work.
Yeah, okay.
negotiate.
So,
All right.
I guess what we're asking is, do I hear a motion to allow me, the Lavaca County Judge, to negotiate the best possible outcome that's going to satisfy the court?
I make the motion for Judge Mudd to go ahead and proceed and make the best proposal he can on the project.
Okay, so the motion made by precinct 3,
Second.
seconded by precinct 2, and that was, again, motion made by precinct 3, seconded by precinct 2, to allow Lavaca County Judge Keith Mudd to negotiate the best possible outcome in accordance to what you guys have expressed will work for the court. We haven't voted on anything as a court, but I'm going to go back to the table with this group and see if we can't work out something that's in agreement that would be something we can bring back.
Perfect.
I don't know how you put that into a motion exactly, but they've given me the power to negotiate for the court, and then we'll come back and have that approval for the court. Okay, any other questions or comments about that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Do we have any other business of the court? If not, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion.
I second the motion.
Motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 4 to adjourning. Before we adjourn, our next Commissioners Court meeting will be on March 25th, 2025. That's a Tuesday. Tuesday at 10 a.m., March 25th, 2025, unless we need a special session beforehand. The only other thing I will say publicly into this court is we're at 491 KBDI index yesterday. Has that changed today? We're at 492 today. We're heading towards a burn ban. We're not in a burn ban this time, but I will do that as an executive order when we get that level. And then just knowing there's no rain in sight. So anyway, motion by precinct 3, second by precinct 4 to adjourn. All those in favor of adjourning say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.